Hello all. In this session, we will understand about the relationship in between data science and the information science. How both of these domains go hand in hand. We also will try to understand how the data science is improvising the information science. How the data science is being blended in information science. Let us first of all understand what exactly is this information science. Nowadays, in 2024, we can say everywhere, whenever we take the mobile or when we sit on the desktop, it's just all about the information science, because we just are accessing the digital libraries. When you go through the Google or YouTube or WhatsApp or Instagram, everything is going to provide the information in some or the other form. This is all information science. There will be some digital libraries. I also can tell you, information science is just all about the library maintenance. How are you going to maintain the library? It's just all about the information science. Now, when you go by the definition, in the study of how information is created, organized, stored, retrieved, and used, it encompasses the management and dissemination of the information, such as Google or the digital libraries or the physical libraries or your Instagram. Lots of information is being created, stored, and retrieved, managed. This is what the information science is all about. If you actually can recall what exactly is data science definition is not entirely different from it, right? Data science also deals with the data. Information science look at the data as information, but the data science, everything is data. Everything is just nothing but 0 and 1. But here information will have a form of the information, maybe picture, image, everything or anything. But here both, if you can try to understand the relationship, both are not distinctly different from each other. Those exactly are the same. But since there are these two are two different domains, we just need to try to understand the differences and the relationship. Now, focus on the information science concentrates on the life cycle of the information, including how it is structured, managed, and made accessible to the user. The moment when information is created, for an instance, you are going to upload a YouTube video. This has to be made available. First of all, this must get structured. There will be several tags which is going to put this video into some category and some shelf. Right from that shelf, it has to be managed and organized. The main focus of the information science is to manage and organize and retrieval right after the creation of the information. Next thing is key components, information organization, metadata using the taxonomies we will organize. Information retrieval, this is one more important parameter or aspect of the information science. We also need to access this without having any difficulty whatsoever. Information, once after it gets stored, it will be hidden. There's a huge information, right? There's a tons of data, grids of data is being created every year, every day, every second, every minute. Tons of videos are being uploaded. Tons of pictures are being uploaded in Instagram. Tons of websites are producing new data. But the moment you upload a video, it should not get disappeared. It should be organized in such a way that with the relevant information or tags, we should be able to access them. For that, we'll use search engines and the databases, and user experience and interaction with the information system. User experience must be robust. I mean, when you watch YouTube video, you should relish. The moment, as long as you're watching the videos, within the fingertips, you should be able to access any information or access any video what you're watching for. You need a relevant issue. It should be provided with the relevant search outcomes. When you search for something, if it is going to provide you something else, the user experience will be very bad, right? So, the information science systems, such as libraries, digital libraries such as YouTube or Instagram, should provide a better experience, a better user experience. Okay. And the next thing is, we just try to understand the relationship in between information science and the data science. These two are interdependent on each other, as I talked about it in the very first slide itself. How these two are related with each other, let us understand. Data science often relies on the principle from the information science. Both are pretty similar, right? Although there are some key differences. Both are pretty similar. With respect to the data, there we call the data. Here we are calling it as a information. But Both are talking about how to manage the information, how to manage the data, how to store the information, how to store, just all one and the same, with some minute key differences. We're going to understand them. Retrieval and management. Effective data analysis requires a solid foundation of the information management. Okay, so now, complementary skills. When you talk about the information science, let us talk from the perspective of the information science. Let us say you're an information scientist. What actually are required or expected from an information scientist? The scientist may focus on designing the system and structures to store and retrieve the data efficiently. We need to structure. You're a librarian. What you bother about? You just give a damn how to, collect the information, how to organize information. That is what your job is. You are an information scientist, such as a librarian. You just give only a damn to organize information, not more than that, right? But when it comes to the data scientist should provide the insights to the information. He should be able to classify. He should be able to analyze. Here, information scientist doesn't analyze the data, but the data scientist does. That exactly is the data scientist. Data scientists analyze and interpret the data to derive the insights, because data scientist is just, for the information scientist, collecting the data and making it available for the users. But data scientist also needs to forecast the future needs. For that, he should be able to analyze the data. This is one key difference in between information scientist and the data scientist. Data scientist will also need to analyze. And the next thing is overlap in tools and techniques. Of course, both data scientist and information scientist, both will use the same tools, or most of the times they will use the same overlap tools, such as databases or data visualization techniques, such as there are some data PowerPoints, Matplot library, all are one and the same. The tools are one and the same. Statistical analysis, though their applications may differ. As I already told you, applications may be different, but goal is one and the same, right? Next, data science application is used in business analytics, predictive modeling, and machine learning applications. Data science analyzes, and it is going to provide you an insights to the future, insights to the past data. It will also give you a forecast to the future. Simple. Data science, for one simple example for the data science is, we need to collect the data, past data of the weather, right? I just need to collect all the weather reports for the past any number of years. Right from analyze, right after the analysis, right after the insights, I'll be able to provide the information. What exactly will be the weather in the near future, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Okay, and information science important for the library is archival science and data governance and information retrieval system. This just is talking about what? This just is talking about putting the data into the shells, organization, nothing more. But till the maintenance, both are one and the same, right? But here, a data scientist will take one more stride ahead, providing the insights and getting into the analysis of this data, right? Data science in iSchools. There are some iSchools, information schools. What exactly are these information schools? In the information schools, you will learn how to organize and how to maintain the data. Now, what is the role of the data science in those iSchools? Some library management. The school with library management. What is the role of the data science in iSchools? How it is getting blended into the iSchools? Let us understand. Information management data analysis. In the iSchools, there is a key component which is called, key aspect which is called information management and data analysis. Let us see what is this. The traditional role of information management and data analysis is, they always focused on managing information effectively, achieving organization, as I already told you, and retrieving it. With the rise of massive data sets, here, I just am talking about here data set meaning, although it is too early to talk about a data set. From the data science, we will be able to render huge data sets which actually are at the disposal that can be utilized in the information schools, iSchools. Earlier, before the emergence of the data science, information science used only the traditional tools, pretty normal tools, normal approaches, cannot be a tool, normal approaches. But the moment the data science emerges, data science started giving huge amounts of grids of data in terms of what we call data set. What is the data set? I want to have an image data set, and that too I would like to have a flower data set. Earlier, information schools needs to collect the data. They need to prepare their own data. But right now, the information schools don't need to rely on preparing their own data. If they want, let us say, some flower data set, there is some iris flower data set which is already available in website, some website called Kaggle. Kaggle is an online repository where huge data sets are actually available at your disposal. You will be able to download. So, data science started providing the inputs to the information schools. Okay, and techniques, data science, the moment data science emerges, data science used to analyze and extract a meaningful patterns from the vast repositories of the information. Now, without the data science, information school should be able to collect the data, should be able to categorize data by some tool or the other, or by manual efforts. But the data science made this entire thing pretty simplified. Here, already they do have several tools which are already implemented, already deployed, which classifies the data. I would like to classify all the flowers from one classification to another classification. I'll have several tools. In other words, when there is a data set which encompasses all the flowers, there has to be a way to segregate the flowers. There has to be a way to categorize the flowers. Without the support of the data science, these information schools should be able to classify manually or by some automated tools. But the data science already addressed this problem, already addressed this wing, and they started providing inputs to the information schools. So the difficulty of the information schools have been gradually reduced with the emergence of data science. And we're going to continue in the next session.